guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a full face of E.L.F cosmetics for you. I am so in love with how this look came out, you guys. With almost all the products, you will see what products I loved and which products I just did not mess with, because some products just did not work for me. And you know what, to each their own, because I know some people love certain products and some people will hate them. So do not fully go based on what I say, because I'm sure there's other YouTubers out there that probably like the products that I didn't like, and probably the same vice versa. They didn't like a certain product but I did love a product. But I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you guys want to see how all these products worked for me, just keep on watching. So I'm going to go in with my E.L.F Instant Lift Brow Pencil in deep brown just to outline my brows. I wasn't a big fan of this just because it's kind of waxy, and so it's kind of a little hard to work with. Like, gets stuck on your brows, so kind of like, I'm just using it to outline my brows, so it's not that big of a deal. So the next thing I'm gonna go use is the E.L.F. It's like an eyeliner and brow cream, and I got in the shade Espresso, and I'm just gonna use this to just fill in my brows. And of course I'm going to go and clean up my brows because they're not looking the best right now. Okay, so that took a little longer than I thought it would. It was a little more difficult to work with my brows today, but you know, some days you have your bad brow days, some days you have your good brow days. So I'm going to go in with my eyes. I'm going to go move on to my eyes next. And I'm going to use the Putty Eye Primer. And I'm going to take it with this brush here and just kind of pick up the product. I feel like it's not picking up that much product with this brush, so I'm gonna go in with like a more dense brush. I'm gonna go in with this more dense brush and see if I can pick up more product like that. I just feel like the product is really dried out. Maybe it's the one I got that is just really dried out. I don't know if you guys can see, like it just crumbled on my eyelids. Okay, we're gonna go back to this brush and see if we can fix that. I just feel like I don't pick up any product, and I'm like literally digging into the pot. So the next thing I'm going to go into is I'm going to go into the E.L.F Cosmetics Rose Gold Sunset Palette. And it's these very beautiful shades. It's only $10. I'm going to go in with this shade right here for my crease. See how well this putty primer works. I didn't put too much on because, like I showed you guys, it was crumbling on my lid, so I stopped applying it when I started noticing that it was crumbling. But so far this shade is blending out very nicely. The shades are blending out very nicely. At least this eyeshadow is. It's not difficult to work with at all, which I really enjoy. So then I'm going to go into this Pumpkin Pie Bite Size Eyeshadow Quad that I have from them as well. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here with a more dense brush. And going back again with the brush I used the first time just to go over that to make sure it blends out nicely and has a gradient effect. So I'm going to go in with this darker shade from the Rose Gold Sunset palette, and just deepen my outer corner very slightly. Okay, so I went ahead and I did that. Now this eye, I always have such an issue with this eye. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it just doesn't blend out properly on this eye for God knows what reason, but it's okay. So I'm going to go into the Bite Size Eyeshadow Cream and Sugar Quad from E.L.F. and I'm just going to apply this shimmer shade all over my lid. I'm not going to cut the crease because these are actually pretty pigmented to where you don't really have to cut your crease to do this look. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And these are so pretty, you guys. They're so gorgeous. They're so pigmented. And like they look so metallic. And it's, oh god, I'm obsessed with these. Like I said, I don't have to go and cut my crease with these because they're pretty pigmented as it is. So I'm going to go in again with that darkest shade that I got from the Rose Gold palette, which is this shade right here. Just a smidge. Just to kind of blend this out. So I'm going to go and work on my face, and E.L.F. has some really great complexion products. I really love them. I'm going to be trying out the new E.L.F. Putty Primer today. This is the matte putty primer. Did I say matte putty? I said the E.L.F. putty primer. Okay, the matte putty primer. I love the original putty primer. I'm just going to focus this around my T-zone, which is where I get the most oily. But lately, I'm not as oily as I used to be. I'm not sure if my hormones like completely changed after my pregnancy. So I put that on. I focused it on my T-zone. Like I was saying, during my pregnancy, my skin got really dry. But after my pregnancy, my skin is pretty normal now, so it's not very oily, it's not very dry. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to go in is with the E.L.F. Jellypop Dew Primer. I've really been enjoying this primer. It gives me such a nice, luminous, healthy look to my skin, and with the foundation, depending on the foundation I use. Actually, I have a video coming out soon of like my new favorite foundation. Oh my god, my gray hairs are coming out again. My new favorite foundation. I just love how that foundation makes my skin look. It looks so nice and healthy, dewy, but to the point where, not to the point where it looks oily. So while that sinks into my skin, I'm going to go and set my brows. I'm going to be using the Wow Brow from E.L.F. And I believe I got the shade Espresso as well. Oh no, Deep Brown. This just helps set my brows in place. My brows are pretty crazy. So I really like that product. It's a tinted brow gel, so it'll fill in like the sparse areas that you have left. So for today's foundation, I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Flawless Finish Foundation, and this is in the shade Linen. I had gotten two other shades, but one was too light and the other one was too pink. So I thank God I was able to find this shade, which I think matches me perfectly. I'm just going to kind of dab it all over my face. The only thing I don't really like about this foundation is the scent. It's a really floral scent, and it's just really strong for me. It doesn't bother me all the time I wear it, but when it does bother me, my nose is really runny, my eyes are watery. It's just like, it aggravates my allergies. But I love the finish to this foundation. Like, it's not heavy, but it's still pretty full coverage. So I have a lot of texture on my nose today. I'm not sure why. It doesn't usually happen for me, but I do have texture. Now this isn't like a full coverage foundation. Now for concealer, I'm going to go in with two concealers. They're the same concealer, the 16-hour camo concealers. I really like these concealers, but I use two shades just because I haven't been able to find like my perfect shade, and I feel like these two make the perfect shade for me. So I'm going to go in with Tan Sand. And then I'm going to just go in with a little bit of Medium Peach. And just dab 3. And then I go section by section because this concealer dries down pretty quickly. So I don't want it to dry down to a point where like it's very hard for me to blend it out. So with whatever excess I have on my sponge, I just go and highlight the rest of my face. Or like I usually would.
So before I go in with setting powder, I'm gonna be trying out, actually, because I've never used this before. I'm gonna be trying out their E.L.F. Jelly Highlighter, and this is in the shade Bubbly. It's like a very, very liquidy consistency. So I'm just gonna take a dab of that onto my finger. Like you can tell, it's pretty pigmented. So I'm just gonna place it where like I usually would highlight and just blend it out with my finger. And you can tell it's very nice pigmented, but actually seems to like just kind of melt away. Okay, so that didn't really work. I wonder if maybe I add just a little more. I just don't want to ruin my foundation or anything. But let's try and go in with this sponge.
After the week of not showering, just
Oh.
smells really good.
Oh my god, it's not blending out. See, I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. So they kind of gave me a slight luminosity. I'm not going to use this anymore because I just did not like how that looked on my skin. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Halo Glow Setting Powder for my under eyes. So this is like a really, really white shadow. And I don't like baking, so I'm just going to wipe this off. Gives you like a nice, subtle glow. Oh my god, I have the hair. Oh, that made my skin feel really, really smooth. Woo, that is nice. Kind of reminds me of like the Jeffree Star powder. I don't have like a setting powder for the rest of my face, so I'm just gonna go in with this powder, kind of just pounce it around my face just to set the rest of my face in place. I gotta set my nose because that is one place I still do get pretty oily, is my nose, but that's gonna do it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with bronzer, and I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sunkissed, and this is the shade right here. I think this is such a beautiful shade. It's not too dark, it's not too orange, it's not too cool tone for my skin tone, so I feel like it gives me like that, literally like that sun-kissed bronzy look that I love. And I always go and bronze my forehead because I feel like I have such a big forehead, especially right now because I'm losing a lot of my hair due to postpartum hair loss. Like my hair is really crazy right now, you guys. We're under quarantine and your girl has not done her hair, but I will do my hair right after I finish my makeup. Then I'm gonna go in with blush. I don't usually go in with blush because I'm not that blush type of girl, but for the purpose of this video I did pick up this blush, and this is the Primer Infused Blush in Always Cheeky. So it's not very pink and it's not very nude, it's just like that perfect peachy color that I feel like won't make me look like a damn clown. Because that's why I never really liked blush, because every time I would put blush I felt like maybe I would put too much and I look like a clown. Like that's how I felt. This is actually pretty nice. It's actually really pretty. So the next thing I'm going to go into is highlight, and I'm going to be using this highlight palette. This is a Glow Gleam Beam palette. It comes with 1 glitter, 2 shimmers, and 3 metallics. If the metallics, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the metallics because they barely show up on my fingers, so I know damn well they're not going to show up on my skin. But I really do like these 2 shades right here, and these are the 2 shades I'm going to go in with. So I'm going to be taking my Makeup Shack T19 brush, and I'm just going to be dabbing into both of them. Oh wait, I forgot. I do go and set my face first before I apply my highlight. So I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Matte Magic Mist and Setting Spray. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. my god, that just ruined my foundation. That just ruined where I put that jelly primer. Look at that, you guys. Oh my god. Okay, just blend that out. Okay, it's okay. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know if you guys are able to see that. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna go in with these 2 shades and just go and highlight. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. That is so pretty. You guys see how pretty that is? My skin looks bomb, you guys. Like, I'm like living for my skin. This is so pretty. It's very icy though. It's not like gold. It's just really, really icy. But I'm living for it. Okay, so I'm not going to go in with eyeliner because honestly, I did have this eyeliner right here. This is the, I'm not sure which eyeliner this is, but it's jet black and I hate it. I don't like it. It's very hard to work with. It's not very hard to work with. It's actually very easy to work with, but it doesn't dry down matte. It dries and it's like gray. It's a muted black. So when you're applying it, it looks very black, but when it dries down, it becomes a muted black, almost gray. So I don't really like it. So I'm not going to wear liner with this look. I don't really think I need to. I'm just going to like smudge out like black liner on the top or on the bottom maybe. So now I'm going to go ahead and coat my lashes with the mascara that I have. And this is just the E.L.F. Plump It Up mascara in black. So then I'm going to go in and tightline my upper waterline, and I'm going to be using the No Budge retractable liner in black. I'm not going to use this on the bottom one. I'm not going to use this one on the bottom because it does budge, so it goes like under my eyes and I don't like that. That's like one of my hugest pet peeves, is like my eyeliner smudging onto the bottom. So then I'm pretty much going to do what I did on the top on the bottom. I'm going to go in with this shade right here from the Sunset Rose palette. So the next thing is lipstick. I forgot to get a lip liner, so I'm going to go in with my trusty nude lip liner from Gerard Cosmetics. And then I'm going to go in with this cream satin lipstick in the shade Cream. And just go over that. Because if I weren't to go over it with, if I weren't to fill in my lips with a liner, this would look really, really pale on me. And I just wasn't liking how it was looking like that. So. And then I'm going to go in with just a touch of lip gloss. This is the E.L.F. Jellypop Juicy Gloss in Watermelon Pot. I really enjoy this. It gives me like the very nice gives me like high school vibes. So I'm gonna go and finish off my I'm actually gonna go do my hair, and then I will be right back and I will wrap this video up. I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look with a full face of E.L.F. Cosmetics. Guys, most of these products are bomb diggity. I love them. E.L.F. Cosmetics is such a great brand. It's so affordable. It's honestly the most affordable drugstore brand there is, I believe. I believe that's 100% accurate, that it's the most affordable brand there is at the drugstore. I, of course, get all my drugstore products from Ulta just because of the rewards program that they have.
But you know guys, I am loving how this look came out. My eyebrows, like you guys probably noticed at the beginning, I did have a difficult time with my eyebrows today, but I think that was just me having an off day. But I definitely did not like the brow pencil. I just feel like it's too waxy, and like as I'm like trying to like outline my brow, like it gets stuck onto my hairs, and then like I end up moving it and it ends up like going a complete opposite direction. The dip brow, it's not really a dip brow, it's more like an eyebrow cream. It is very creamy, so I don't really like it that much. It does work. It works really well, like you guys can see. I have like stuff in my hair. It works really well to fill in my brows, but it's not something that I would really reach for. I love my Anastasia dip brow and my brow wiz far better than the cream and the eyebrow pencil from E.L.F. Putty Eye Primer. Whoo, you guys, that primer was so hard to work with. I felt like I could barely get any product on my eyelids, but the shadows did perform very nicely on top of it. So I mean, if you can get around making it hard to work with, then you might like this product. I myself like something that's easy to work with and very fast, so it's not something that I would really reach for again. But the shadows did perform very nicely on top of the primer. It didn't crease. It dried down to a nice powdery finish, so that was pretty good. The eyeshadows, I love the eyeshadows. The eyeshadows are amazing. The quality on the eyeshadows is pretty good. The quality of the metallic, the shimmer shades on the bite-sized quads are fantastic. They are spectacular. I loved how it looked. I kind of wanted to go in and wet my brush and do it again, but I just didn't want to mess up my look after. But I'm sure if you wet your brush and then go in with the shimmer shade, it's gonna come out looking even more metallic than it does on my lids now. But I really love the shadows, you guys. The shadows worked really well. The next thing are the complexion products. Now, I love how my face came out. My skin looks flawless, but it doesn't look like I have too much product on it, which is what I love. I love myself a full coverage foundation. Although this foundation isn't full coverage, it is beautiful, and I love how it is on my skin. So that is an A+. It's not the first time I use it. I have used it a few times before. The matte putty primer, I do like it so far. It did blur out my pores, but the texture on my skin, on my nose, was a little accentuated because of the primer. So I would have to try the primer with like my #1 foundation to see if I really like the product. And of course the other primer was the Jellypop Dew Primer. I use this on an everyday basis and I freaking love it, you guys. It makes my foundation look so bomb. In one of my next videos, you guys will see me use it with my favorite foundation and how good my skin looks. My skin looks so healthy and so glowy and radiant with that primer and my new favorite foundation. Keep an eye out for that one. The next thing is the Camo Concealer. Y'all already know I love that Camo Concealer. I have been using that Camo Concealer for a few months now. Love it, love it, love it. Now, because I haven't been posting on YouTube, you guys obviously don't see that I've been using these products, because I literally just use them on an everyday basis. I still have to try out the hydrating concealer. I do have that one that I do want to try out with my favorite foundation. See how well it works together with my foundation that I have been loving. The next two things are the bronzer and blush. So they are primer infused. Not 100% sure what that really means, but that's the name of them, the primer infused blush and bronzer. I love both of them. The bronzer is such a perfect, simple, it's a perfect shade for my skin tone. If I want just that very like sun-kissed look, not too harsh of a contour, like I don't want to look snatch, but I want to look slightly bronzed up, I feel like that's a perfect shade. And the blush, I'm not a blush person, you guys, but I definitely did love this blush. It's just like the perfect pinky peach for my shade. Like I said, I don't like putting too much blush because then I feel like I look like a damn clown, but that's just me. That's just me. Next thing, that jelly highlighter, no thank you, not for me. I did not like it. It kind of just wasted away, and then the second time I tried to put more, it just like left like a streak on my cheek that it was so hard to blend out. I just did not like it, you guys. That was just no, that was a no-go for me. But I did love the highlighting palette. The highlighting palette is gorgeous. Now it does look really icy on me, but I did really like it. I love that dramatic highlight. I've always have, and I probably always will. I just live for a good ass highlight. So I really think that was worth it. And then the lipstick. So like you guys saw, I topped it off. I put a lip liner underneath the lipstick because if I didn't use a lip liner, the lipstick would have looked way too pale for me, and it would have just made the whole entire look just not look good at all. But I do like the formula of the lipsticks. I just wish I had gotten a darker shade, so I probably will see if I can get a darker shade because I did really like the formula, but I just didn't like the shade. And then the last thing is the lip gloss. The lip gloss I've been using for a very long time. I love myself a lip gloss, like juicy lip gloss. I've been loving that glossy look on my lips. Not so much anymore matte, but a gloss is just my go-to lately. And the last thing actually is the setting spray. Setting spray held on pretty well. The only thing is with that jelly highlighter, when I put the setting spray after, I didn't put it right after. I put it on after, like maybe like 5 minutes after, but literally like I don't know what happened, but as I was spritzing my face, like the water, like the setting spray was just like clinging right onto where I had put that jelly highlighter, and it looked so bad. It was horrible. I just did not like how it looked. But overall, I did like the setting spray. The setting powder. The Halo Glow setting... I can't even speak anymore. I'm talking too fast. And I'm losing my voice. The setting powder I really loved. It literally looked like I have a filter under my eyes. Like, just left a very smooth finish on my skin. Very face tuned. Yes, I guess you can say. As if I had like the softening filter on my face. So I really did enjoy that one. It reminded me a lot of the Jeffree Star setting powder. So I think that's maybe that's like a really good dupe. I think. I don't know. But my hair is falling out, you guys. It's all over me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.